Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring the Goblin Slayer TRPG. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review featuring this role-playing game based on the popular fantasy series, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about some of the species of the four-cornered world, starting with the humans. Humans are the omnipresent, the ubiquitous. They are everywhere and have a bigger sphere of influence than any other species. Humans are weak, foolish, and all around terrible. Because of that, once they find an enemy, they will charge in and win the day without thinking about the consequences. On the other hand, humans love forming groups. It's what they are good at. They can also walk a longer distance than any other species and throw things farther than them. Humans prefer the sword as a symbol, but their most proficient weapons are the spear and the stone. As a species, they don't know what it means to give up. Humans reach maturity at 15 years old. Their lifespan is said to be about 80 years. Humans possess a relatively wide variety of skin tones, hair colors, and physical builds. Humans consort with other species on a regular basis. Next, we have the dwarves. Dwarves are those who forge raw ore. They are known as the species most skilled in metalworking. They are boorish and obstinate, and their bodies are short and square. Most of them reside in underground cities their kids have built. I wonder if this is an error of translation. It sounds a bit weird that you live in cities that your kids have built. Well, okay, moving on. Their nimble fingers make dwarves natural craftsmen. Plenty of them manufacture weapons, armor, and trinkets, while others become miners or warriors. Dwarves love food, drink, and liquor above all else, and they have courageous, fearless personalities. Humans and dwarves fought side by side through the long wars between order and chaos. Because of this, the two species are very close friends. The same goes for the Rayas. Though dwarves may dislike the impetuousness of the Raya, they acknowledge their inner courage. The lizardmen, meanwhile, don't interact often with dwarves. After all, the lizardmen don't appreciate a good weapon or piece of armor. As for the elves, they've been like cats and dogs since time immemorial. Nobody actually knows what happened between them. Even an elf with a long memory couldn't say. And with the dwarves having a shorter lifespan, it makes sense that nobody else would know either. Dwarves reach adulthood at 30, and their lifespan is said to be about 300 years. Both male and female dwarves grow beards, finding hardy muscular bodies charming. Word has it that Hylar dwarves, who can walk through flames unbothered, exist somewhere. Then we have the elves. They are the forest dwellers. They are known as the rarest species, and the one that has existed the longest. They possess long ears like bamboo lips, with bodies that are slender and delicate. However, they are powerful and quite tall, almost like statues. They are said to be careful because of their wisdom, proud because of their intelligence, and peaceful because of their immortality. Anyone who has ever been friends with an elf would probably tell you as much with a dry grin. As their name implies, the elves live in forest villages. Since ancient times, their kind has served as administrators and protectors of the woods. This leads to most elves never leaving their settlements. However, the curiosity of youth does still hold some sway over these forest folk. Other species tend to distance themselves from elves out of reverence for their beauty. Elves have no concept of reaching adulthood. They possess no natural lifespan and only die when slain. An elf's sense of time is quite alien to humans. For a very long time they look like children. Then they suddenly enter old age. Their appearances mature slowly and many keep their youthful beauty for a considerable period. There are also high elves, who are said to be the descendants of the original fairies. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about the Rayas, the Padfoots, and the Lizardmen. Goblin Slayer at its core, despite the goblin assaults, is quite traditional when it comes to classic fantasy. You can see some typical fantasy tropes here and there. This could be considered a weakness of the setting when it comes to someone looking for a more original take on the classic fantasy species. But for those that want to start playing right away, you already know how the humans, dwarves, and elves will interact with the rest of the species and with each other. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.